Can I just say Heatwave has the best opening sequence yet? Yeah, we all losers and we mess up more often than not, and don't call us heroes because we're legends. Welcome to the heart of the stories we tell. My name is Rob, and tonight I will be reviewing Legends of Tomorrow Season 2, Episode 11, Turncoat. And you know what? The term turncoat comes from the Revolutionary War, so it's very apt for this episode. When you could literally turn your red coat around and have it be whatever color the inside was and no longer be a British soldier. You know, the Legion has handled a lot of time travel and a lot of superheroics, but right now they're hunting the Spear of Destiny, and as they are, their enemy in this is the Legion of Doom. Well, the Legion of Doom and the dumb mistakes they make along the way. Oh yeah, and the fact that they don't understand the rules of time travel to save their lives. That too. Eobard Thawne put it best. We have an advantage over the legends. Why, because we have Rip? No. Because they're idiots. But before we get into too many specifics about the episode, and oh boy, are there quite a few things I want to talk about tonight, I have to throw this up here as usual. So once again, it's stop. Spoiler time. Ba-da-na-na. I often wonder, when they leave these time periods, how does all the changes they've made interact? In this episode, we see fully automatic weapons, handguns, you name it, brought into the Revolutionary War. How does that not affect things? And how do the time specters that we saw in Flash play into that? Just because they're not speedsters, do these guys not hunt them for temporal abominations? And I mean, Rip probably knew what he was doing most of the time, or at least acted like it, but since the main characters now don't, I often wonder how much they screw things up more often than help. I mean, if you think about it, unless someone goes back and corrects that, all those people who fought in the Revolutionary War have now seen fully automatic weapons. They're going to tell stories, and those stories are going to multiply. What do you think the answer is? Do you think that there's still other people policing the timeline? Do you think the timeline self-corrects? Do you think that the writers just don't understand time travel enough to understand why it's a problem that a machine gun's in the Revolutionary War? Let me know down in the comments. Now, tonight they also delved into the romantic angle. Well, maybe not so romantic, more like bow chicka wow wow. And you know what? It wasn't too bad. It wasn't the best written story I've ever seen, but it definitely wasn't bad. I am kind of annoyed that they keep going to the same school of, well, who will they, won't they? So the fact that they just jumped right in and were like, no, bomb chicka wow wow, at least made me feel like something was going on in the episode. And I definitely give points for the crude and rude thing about it was cold water, so, you know, not an honest showing. But speaking of shrinking things, let's talk about the Atom for a second, as they really showcased him both. First of all, using him to scout is brilliant. Second of all, having him get stuck in the suit in a shrunk form was hysterical, and is the type of thing they'd do in the comics. I especially liked him having to fight the Rat, especially with the foreshadowing of him coming up with the Rat as the problem to begin with. Then again, Mick stole that scene at the beginning too. Ow! Ow! I think I overstepped! I also have to call Mick Rory out on exactly his whole speech about what it means to be an American to Washington. I really loved that whole idea. Hey look, they come at us fairly, we come at them unfairly. We shoot them from ambush spots. You know what? It's what won us the Revolutionary War. And he kinda knows that. But it's also kinda cool to think that he gave that idea to Washington. I also really loved his Franklin's worth 100 Washingtons joke. But okay, back to superhero stuff. I talk about them firestorming characters all the time and making them so they won't cooperate. And at first you might think I'd complain about Stein in this episode, but Stein really contributes a lot, and so does Jax. In fact, if anything, it's only White Canary who gets taken out easily for no reason other than because she'd be the best person to stop Rip on the ship. And even then, the whole team really does pull its weight. The Legion of Doom barely shows up at all except for Rip, who I'm debating whether or not to put on there. But at the same time, their presence is felt, and the hunt for the spear really is the most important part of the episode. So let me ask you, do you think that Rip really is with the Legion, or do you think I should count him as just being hostage still? Let me know down in the comments if you think I should update my rosters. All in all, I thought this was a fun episode. Some complaints about how the time travel works aside, and some confusion about exactly what they're planning on doing with the Spear of Destiny notwithstanding, this show is still really coming into its own, and it has some pretty powerful themes. I liked the whole Christmas angle, too. It's kind of rare to see a show do a Christmas episode in the middle of the summer. Well, Alright, it's February. It just feels like summer here in New England because we don't have snow as that often. Although maybe this weekend that'll change. But for now, we've reached the part where I need to ask you to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that I can build this community and we can all talk together about the different ways stories interact and the different things that we do in these TV shows, movies, and books, and walk through the heart of the stories we tell. Thanks for watching.